Okay, so uh, not many videos at the moment, is there? Right. So, as you are well aware, I was diagnosed with heart failure nearly 2 weeks ago now. So the week of the initial diagnosis, I effectively took that off work, and then this week I started working again. However, I am no longer working the doors at a weekend. Um, Feel pretty good, to be fair. Still dropping weight, so that's good. Managing to do a bit of cardio. Basically, having spoken to a few people, spoke to a guy called Dr. Emil Goliath. Some people may know him. He's a UK guy, bodybuilder, doctor, works for Meditech. And he just advised me that stay active, still do things, just you can't push through this like you would with training. You can't just keep going. When your breathing starts to go awry, you need to back off. Now, it's quite weird because obviously I'm unfit, we know that. But it's a shortness of breath in a different way. It's a shortness of breath like you can't breathe. And when you do breathe, it's like you're not getting any oxygen in. There are subtle differences. Excuse me, dog's scratching itself and banging on the floor. But there are subtle differences to being out of breath from a physical fitness point of view and what this heart situation causes with breathlessness. Anyway, got my scan day today for 30th of October, which is no good because I'm not here. I'm away on holiday, so I'll have to reappoint that. But I feel alright. I do. I don't feel bad at all. It's odd. Very odd. Sleeping's better. I was getting a bit of issues with my sleeping, breathing during my sleep, but that's gone now. Cardio has improved slightly. And I'm back in the gym. Now, the first training session was poor, very poor. The second one was a bit better, and again today was a bit better again. Can push a little bit harder, so that's improving. It's odd. It does give you a sense of not vulnerability, but cautiousness. I would not, I got the bike, I jumped on it, did a 10-mile ride, didn't think anything of it. I was blowing like an old steam train, but I didn't think anything of that. Now I know that that wasn't a particularly clever thing to do, and I'm wary. So it's like that. There's an element of I have limitations. I have to watch myself. I can't just keep pushing. Obviously, a big impact has been work volume. And I have obviously spent a bit of time sort of reflecting and thinking of what I need to change. We know I need to be smaller, we know I need to be leaner, we know I need to be fitter. They're obvious, was already doing that anyway. But what about other things? Because obviously work volume, workload has played a role. And I noticed that I never switch off. I noticed that I never actually really relax. I'm always thinking of something, doing something, answering something on my phone. And my phone's pretty much with me 24/7. So the first thing I've brought into place is time away from my phone, stupid as it sounds. Questions and people's problems can wait an hour. So if I go for a bath, I don't take my phone with me, and things like that. Just stepping back and just switching off a little bit. I struggle to relax. I've got a holiday coming up, so that's going to be very, very beneficial at this point. And just learn to switch off, really. Just learn to, boom, shop's closed, go away. If I'm up, I'm awake, I answer questions. And I need to regulate my time a little bit. And when I do have downtime, I need to make sure it is downtime, and I'm not tinkering with something in the background, or messing around with something on my phone, or just doing this, or just doing that. So, and I have to go and buy some new jeans this weekend because my old ones are too big. Fuckers. But otherwise, I'm all right, and I do very much view this as a little warning shot. As all right, you were sorting your shit out, you were losing size, you were getting leaner, you were getting fitter, but you weren't changing your work ethic, and you need to change your work ethic. And that's very much what this feels like, is slow down, there's plenty of life, stop putting so much pressure, back off a little bit, and stop and smell the roses. So I intend to. The dogs aren't happy. They've never walked so much in their fucking life, and they're pissed off. They've got to the point now, when I get the leads out, they run and hide. Which is quite amusing. On other news, I was on RX Muscle Guru Talk last week with Dave. We did EQ and Turabolin. I believe we're going to do another one, but it might only be fortnightly. He just popped up out of the blue, said, "Do you want to do a podcast in 2 days?" And I said, yeah, and we did it. And my podcast with Scott McNally from Advices Radio launches on Monday. We've recorded 2 episodes. Definitely the second one was better than the first. And we've been struggling for a name. Currently, it's called Drugs and Stuff, because that's the best we could come up with. It's very much a work in progress, and we're just, it's a bit of viewer questions, a bit of shooting the shit. Like this last week, we talked about, is Roden an era of new age of bodybuilding? Is bodybuilding dead? Is this? Is the day of the mass monster over? And all this sort of crap. So we went through that sort of stuff. And hopefully that's going to grow and develop as we move forward. At the moment, it's just audio, but we did have a discussion this week about whether we should start doing it in video. I noticed I got ripped to pieces on RX, not knowledge-wise, but fat mess and the usual shit I get when I'm seen, so it's nothing new, I'm used to it. Let me think. I think that's about it, guys. There really is. Oh, no. I have been asked to get involved with some researchers from Australia. The researcher I know is Maya Underwood. She did a big paper on the Ziz phenomenon, and since then she's got right into researching steroids, steroid use, and she's very active in trying to gain more support for steroid users in Australia. The law over there is incredibly strict. Its classification was somewhat done under misinformation about who was controlling the supply, and it's currently Schedule 1, Class A, whatever your country would use to define the serious level, the highest level of drug in a criminal point. So it's criminal to possess, criminal to use. And she's been very active in trying to get more support services for users and get GPs more involved and get them to be more understanding. And they've started a little group with a woman called Katinka and a doctor called Dr. Matthew Dunn. I'm not sure if he's a medical doctor or he's because he's a researcher, so he could be a PhD in something, I'm not sure. Anyway, and I've been asked to sort of join the group and throw my 10 pence worth in. So that's going to be interesting. Don't really know the other two at present, so I can't really say much about who they are, or what they do, or my opinions on it, but we will see as we move forward. Maya I've had conversations with quite a lot, so I know her, I like her, she's coming from the right place as far as I'm concerned. And as you know, I'm on TRT. Now previously it's been self-admin, just UGL stuff, but I'm now on prescription. I've gone to a company called Youth Revisited, so www.youthrevisited.co.uk, sent them my bloods, proof I was low, consultation, and now I'm paying for a private prescription for good old Sustanon. At the end of the day, I'm going to be on this for a while, and it seemed a bit daft carrying on with the UGL, so it's nice to be on the good stuff. Don't feel any different, by the way. But otherwise, it's pretty steady Eddie, really, to be quite honest. Obviously, I've only brought cardio this week, and I've not been really hammering things, but I'm planning on stepping that up over the coming weeks, and hopefully we see improvements. And by the time I go for my scan on the 30th, things should look a lot better. But definitely, I mean, it's quite obvious my size and my drug use created the baseline of this situation. But it would appear my work schedule and that level is the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. So, I need to look at all aspects of this. But otherwise, pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm 310 pounds. The last time I was this weight, I had a full set of abs. I definitely don't have a full set of abs. In fact, I'm probably £30, £25 off a full set of abs. So I got a way to go, which I know I'd lost muscle size. I knew I'd lost shape, but the last time I was this way was pre-UC1. So effectively, not only have I lost any muscle I gained in UC1 or UC2, probably not much in UC2, let's be fair, but I've also got less muscle mass than I had but even started those projects. That hurt a little bit, I got to be honest. That was a bit of a fuck. But, I'd rather not be the biggest coffin in the graveyard. So we move on. And at the end of the day, I can't even train intensely at the moment anyway. And I haven't trained intensely for some time. I thought I was doing a sensible thing, but possibly not. However, I do intend to get back into hard training, but I will grow and I will be the size, I will be as whatever nature intends, because there will not be any chemical advantage ever again. That point is definitely clear. I've had my day, and it is now gone. And I'm alright with that, though I did wince a little bit when I actually sort of sat there and thought, fucking hell, I've dropped a lot of muscle. But hey ho, like you said, better be alive than be dead and big. So we move on. And really, I've not got much else to tell you guys. That is pretty much about it. So keep an eye out for the podcast. So Scott will be, first episode comes out on Monday. It's linked to Advices Radio, so if you go there, you should be able to find it. I'll stick up links in social media and such like when it's launched, and I've got a link to post. And hopefully we can build on that. If there's topics of conversations, things you want us to talk about, things you'd like us to tackle, people you might feel suggest guest-wise to get on, then give me a shout and we'll see what we can do. And otherwise, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you guys soon.